So I'm just gonna try to think of the nicest way to put this. Hell to the motherfucking yes. There's no way in God's green.
What's up, Chatterbox Toronto? The Chatterbox Toronto. The Chatterbox Toronto. It's your girl Chatterbox Ashante again. I got my boy here, Theo. Okay, so we're gonna get right into it like we usually do. We got a couple questions for you, and I'm gonna start with the first one. Is it over if he got another girl pregnant? Simple. Is it over? It's so funny because when I read this question right before we started this, I was like, this question is so dumb. Like, what do you mean, is it over? Of course it's over. And we looked at each other, we're like, he was like, no. Like, there's girls out here. So yeah, is it over if he got another girl pregnant? What do you think?
I mean, if we switch it up, I mean, from my perspective.
Oh, right. Sorry.
You know, so
Sorry,
I guess it'd be, is it over if...
Is it over if your girl comes home pregnant with another man's baby?
So I'm just gonna try to think of the nicest way to put this. Hell to the motherfucking yes. There's no way in God's green earth that me and you are gonna have any dealings if you come home to me with another man's seed growing in your belly.
Yeah.
That's like the ultimate disrespectful thing that any woman can do to a man that she claims she loves. So.
But you know what? It's so funny because it's harder. It's easier for the women to accept it because obviously the man is not the one coming home pregnant, right? So and that's why I feel like there's women accepting, you know, that type of thing. I mean, men really don't accept cheating and all that stuff anyways, regardless overall, if we're going to generalize it. More women are staying with men cheating than men are staying with women that are cheating. I mean, just generally. Of course, there are men, you know, doing all that stuff too. But the point is, yeah, there are women out here staying with these guys. And because, I mean, for your part, okay, we already know the guys are definitely most likely not. I mean, comment below if you're one of the very few that are accepting that from, you know, a woman coming home pregnant. Because, of course, there are men that accept women cheating, right? They're like, okay, she cheated one time, I'm gonna let that slide.
There are a lot of men that accept
There are men like that. But the pregnant part is like the killer. It's like, no, right?
Yeah, like, you know, Randy Jackson from American Idol said it best. It's a no for me, dog.
It's a no, dog.
It's just more. It's different. It's kind of the same because if we flip it based on gender, it's kind of the same, but it's kind of different. I mean, because
the guy's not really coming home with the baby.
Yeah,
the girl's she's having the baby, or they're experiencing the pain, the growth, everything. You know, like her body's changing because of somebody else.
Yeah. But I guess, I mean, in both aspects, it's disrespectful for both. For a man to do that to a woman and a woman to do it to a man. Of course,
all around that's disrespectful. But there are people who are able to get past it and say, you know what, she cheated, she came home pregnant, I mean, she made a mistake, she cheated, this was the result, and I wanted a family anyway.
You know what, we're gonna give a shout out to the people who have the capacity to accept something like that, the people who can, you know, come to terms with it and think forward. You know what, this is what it is, my girl still needs help. I feel like that's
huge insecurity. Like, how could you accept something like that? How could you accept that? It's so hard because of the fact that, you know, the both way thing, if we're saying both ways. But if I'm just talking about a man accepting a woman coming home pregnant, I don't want to sound like I'm, it's harder to accept. So yeah, both ways though. For me, it's a hell no. No way. Like, you got a girl pregnant, bye. I'm pregnant, bye.
It's a no for me, dog.
Exactly, it's a no.
It's a no for me, dog.
I think we're clear on that. It's a no. If you think otherwise, you don't agree with us, comment, because I definitely want to hear from you. I want to hear your thoughts and try to understand your mindset, because that's just different.
But on the same side, I mean, love can make you do crazy things, and I mean, maybe it's insecurity, but maybe it's love. Maybe you just love somebody so much that, like, you feel like you are not ever going to be with anybody else, and you want to be with this person forever.
It can also just be like, okay, it's so funny because some guys would just appreciate that she told them because they can make the choice to now move away and not be involved. However, there's some girls out here, you're over there taking care of that belly and you think it's yours. Exactly. Like, we over here wearing stuff that doesn't belong to us, and yeah. Like, yeah, so you should respect that girl if she did tell you that, yo, this is not yours. Like, can you still take care of me? Do you want to still be here? At least she's telling you.
Yeah, it
and giving you the option.
Definitely won't be good for your mental health to find out, you know, when your baby's baby's eight-year-old birthday, you start to know some changes. Like, this nigga don't got my ass. That's not how my chin come down. That's not my complexion.
Oh my God, this actually brings up a whole nother topic that I just want to touch on for a second. There was something I was reading about where they said they were thinking about doing mandatory DNA tests for every single person, regardless. No, even if you've been in a relationship for years, trust is not a thing that we should just, I feel like men should have the opportunity to know for sure. Like, I know for sure this baby's in my belly, it's my baby. But I feel like, yeah, the man may tell you he trusts you, but nobody is forced to trust somebody 100%. So as much as they love you, doesn't mean that they shouldn't want to know that. So I do feel like, do you agree that that should be a thing?
I agree. I did see that.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I did see that. I feel like, I don't feel like they should make it in a way where it's like insulting to the women.
Right.
I feel like, you know, carrying, you know, a man and a woman are carrying a baby to term for 9-10 months, however long it takes. I feel like they should have, you know, both dad and mom's blood. They're both their blood on record, and then when the baby comes out, test the blood, and then we can know, you know, there's a match.
Like, they don't family.
They can do it discreetly.
Yeah, don't make it a big deal. Don't make it like, okay, we're getting the test because we want to make sure he's the dad. No, it's a part of the package. The baby has to get shots and all this other stuff, and it's a part of the package.
Yeah. And
then they give you the package, and the dad can just have that and know. But it's not like it's a big deal because it's not nothing against the woman. It's just the man is not the one having the baby. So at the end of the day, I do feel personally that just as a human being, it should be a right.
Should be.
If they want to know, I mean, it should be, right?
It should be.
Comment below if you believe and agree and all that stuff with us on that one.
No jacketing.
No jacketing. All right, moving on to the next question.
My fiance has so many friends of the opposite sex.
Okay.
It really bothers me. Should I say something?
Your partner has a lot of friends of the opposite sex, and it bothers you. So you didn't know your girlfriend had people of the opposite sex when you met her?
Maybe not. But it's even still, I feel like we're getting serious.
But what is like? I need to know what's about it bothers you. Like, do you see if it's me and you, do you see me having conversations that are inappropriate, or what exactly is it? Just the fact that I have a lot of guy friends. I mean, that's an insecurity to me. That would be like it should be like, you know.
I agree. From my perspective, I feel like, you know, if me and my girl are, you know, our minds are synced on a level where we have that kind of relationship, and it's kind of, for me, it's kind of like a slap in the face if another man can share that with my woman. If another man can have that mental telepathy with my woman. You know, when you know, if he loses his job, my woman's the first person he's calling. If But
what if it's her best friend? What if it's just her best friend? There's no actual chemistry connection, but you're on the outside, so you really don't know that, and I get that, but I know that. And if you're with me, you trust me. So you should trust that that's my friend. And obviously, I mean, for me personally, most of my friends are gonna end up being your friends too. Like, I'm not gonna have friends that you don't know about, I don't invite over, that you can get to see how we interact. Because yeah, for me, in the beginning of a relationship, I introduce all my friends. I want my partner to feel comfortable with everybody that's around so that they know what kind of relationship I have.
And you know, I think that's what it comes down to. I think, like, my friends have to become your friends. Your friends have to become my friends. Like, you know, that's when that situation becomes out of hand, when, you know, you know, I'm just going to the movies with Kevin, but you know, we've been together for 8 months and I never heard about no Kevin. So why do I not know about all your friends? Why haven't I met them? That's when the suspicion comes in.
Yeah. So I agree completely. But I do think that people in relationships should be able to have friends of the opposite sex, the same sex, whatever, and not be like, for me, I've learned that it's about trust. It's about how you feel about your partner. So do you agree with like what I said?
I do.
Sorry.
Yeah, the table's like,
yeah, it's like swirly. We're getting comfortable.
Clearly. comes down to trust.
Right.
I got to know all your friends. You got to know all my friends. We got to meet them. Because I mean, like I said, I mean, it feels messed up. You know, if these other guys have a connection with my girl that I'm trying to get or that I don't have yet. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, to me, my ideal woman should be exclusively to me, spiritually, mentally, everything, right? And you know, things that if I share that very personal relationship with my woman, I don't feel like anybody else should.
But I do think there's a difference, like love and the love that you have for the person that you're friends with. So I think there's a clear line. Like there should be a clear line.
There should be. Should be a clear line. But like you said, you hit it. Comes down to trust. Know all your friends.
Yeah.
Know all your boo's friends, and you're good.
Yeah. So just communication, trust, and just being open. Like don't be around the corner talking to your friend every time the friend calls. You're around the corner hiding. Like.
The question said it really bothers me, and should I say something?
Right.
You should say something.
Yes.
That's the most important thing in a relationship is communication.
Yes. This is your fiance.
Could be your future wife.
Exactly.
Or husband. The one thing I hate about a relationship is that you don't feel comfortable enough to tell me things that are not comfortable for you to talk about. But we're not going to get past any of these hurdles if we don't talk about uncomfortable things. So talk to me about it.
Yeah.
You know, if I have homegirls, and which I do. I mean, I went to school, I went to a lot of different schools. I have a lot of different friendships and connections with people, men, women, and so I mean, I might have a lot of.
So like, if your fiance was to say to you, you have too many girlfriends, like friends that are your friends, but they're girls, and I don't like friends of the opposite sex. I'm not comfortable with it. What would you do? Like, what would your response be?
So it's my job to make my fiance, my wife, feel comfortable. It's my job to put those other women at a level where my fiance is now comfortable with it. And that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to have your spouse uncomfortable with
your spouse is here, your friends are here.
And that's
you always make sure that your spouse knows they come first. And that's a huge thing as well. Like you should never be putting your friends first. Your spouse comes first.
So I have a follow-up question for you. You're driving, and you're picking up your spouse.
Okay.
But you got your friends in the car.
Okay.
Who sits in the shotgun?
My man or girl is sitting in the shotgun. Girl, you better get your ass to the back. My girl's coming in front. That's the rule to me. That's just like a rule. Like what? I'm not gonna put my spouse in the back. Like girl, you better get your ass in the back. You know, scoot up. My girl's coming in. Like you know, like that's just how I am, and that's how she would be for me too. I feel that's just. Yeah, my person comes first. You're my person. Everybody else is after that. So yeah, front burner for you. No back burner things.
There you go. She's a winner, and
yeah,
that's what it is.
That's what it is. And that wraps up the show, guys. If you enjoyed this, make sure you comment below, like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming episodes. And send us some topics and scenarios. Email us. Information is in the description box below. If you have any questions for this guy, all his information will also be linked in the description box below. Check that out. And until next time, this was the Chatterbox Toronto. Later, guys.
Peace out, everybody.